Right. Hello, Internet. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Mike from Bad Time Records. I am here with the Bad Operation, straight out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Hi, Bad Operation. How you doing? Yeah. Hell yes. Hell yes. We are very excited to be with you tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are here for the premiere, the world premiere of Kinda Together, the new single, the new video. Usually at this point I would introduce you all to Bad Operation, but I think the video is going to do that pretty damn well. So let me just let you know what's going to happen before we watch the video. The video's going to come on. We're going to have a great time. We're going to come back. I'm going to talk to Bad Operation a little bit, ask them some questions. If you have questions for Bad Operation, let us know in the comments on the YouTube channel. Anything you want to know, any burning questions you have about Bad Op, Community Records, Bad Time, let us hear it. And then we're going to have a very, very, very exciting call-in experience. I think those phones are ringing already. DC, do I hear those phones ringing? Those phones are ringing. So we will show you the call-in, the special call-in number, 1-800-NEW-TONE. It's not 1-800-NEW-TONE. Don't call that number. It might be, I have no idea. Don't call that. We will show you the number, and then you'll have a chance to call in and win a test pressing of the new Bad Operation vinyl, which will be very exciting. So I think we should get right into it. I think we should watch and listen to Kinda Together. Bad Operation, anything you want to say to set the video up, or should we just get to it?
Let's do it.
Yeah, thank y'all for being here.
Yeah, let's just check it out and we'll talk after.
All right, let's do it. DC, let's roll it. Here's Kinda Together by Bad Operation.
Listen here, I'm totally together.
Yes, come one, come all, just as you are. For the Bad Operation. New Orleans Ska, Louisiana. 2020 comes the downfall. Corrupt capitalism of transphobia and racism. Stay your ass home. Come on. So get your bag and don't feel bad. Allies, stand up. Stand up. Stand up, Rico. This is your new regularly scheduled program. One channel. Everybody's been watching. Come on. We going virus, baby. Everybody sit. Everybody sit. Everybody sit. Pick it up. Pick it up. Now please make the tiniest rock camps the baddest ska band in the land. So fucking tiny. Featuring Greg Rodriguez on the bass. Rodrigue. Robert Landry on the drums. Bobby Gumbo. Brian Fridas on guitar. Rain. D-Ray on trombone. And those funky keys. Mr. Daniel Ray. And I'm Dominic, I'll be singing this thing. Oh, I just said my last name. Dominic Mix. Get my name right.
Tuesday, 2:59 a.m.
Mike Park. This is Mr. Billy Spunk with the Blue Meanies. It's Tuesday, early morning, 4 in the morning, and we are in New Orleans, Mardi Gras!
All right. So that was Kinda Together. Bad Operation. Well done. And well done, everybody who's tuned in and got to see the premiere of Kinda Together. My first burning question for you guys after watching that video is, where's Brian?
Brian just had one of, if not the most important thing to happen in his life. He and Kat, his wife, have had a new baby. So
Mega congratulations.
3 days ago. So cheers to Brian and Kat and new baby Leo.
Yeah.
Leo!
Baby Leo. Cheers to Brian. Cheers to baby Leo. Congratulations from afar. All right, so back to the video, Kinda Together. I feel like, first of all, I love that song. The video is perfect for it. My first listen through the record, that one just really stuck out to me. It's in this tradition of the ska instrumental. It goes back to the origins of ska, and you guys you sort of pay homage to that with the quote at the beginning. So how did the song come together? How did Kinda Together come together? Where did it come from? Where was the inspiration?
These transitions are so good.
It's professional. It's live TV, baby.
Well, the quote was Rob's sort of brainchild. That's where the Jackie Me Too quote came from. The rest of the song started as an instrumental. It was going to be a sort of like interlude, fade in, fade out track on the record. And so we recorded it, but then when we started putting the record together, I think Dominic came and had some ideas for it, and he laid it down, and then Greg had some other vocals, and once it kind of took this full form, it turned into an entire song, which was great because it's like one of my favorite songs on the record.
Yeah. After the instrumental was made, Greg asked me, he's like, Dominic, would you say some things on this? Like what we're about. So I wrote some things, started in the studio, guys liked it, and then Greg did some some overdubs, some ad libs.
Yeah, I was trying to do just vibe off of what you were putting forward.
Some ad lib kind of stuff, like you would hear in hip hop or whatever. And I think the goal of this song was to kind of just the band, kind of like what we're about.
Yeah, it was actually one of the final 2 songs that we wrote for the record, and as D-Ray mentioned, we wrote it originally as it was just going to be a instrumental thing to segue between 2 other songs, and then it shaped up to be something really nice. It was when we originally conceptualized it, we were like, oh, this will be a premonition to LP2, we'll put this on LP2. But then once we got in the studio and started working it out, it's still, I don't know.
It very easily could have been, either the segue to side 2 or the end of the album, but with Dominic's kind of spoken word thing on top of it, and then Greg you jumping in there, which I just like that moment in the video between you guys. It's just hilarious to me, but also amazing.
I'm
here to be a hype man.
When they recorded those vocals, we were all in in the practice space where we recorded it, and so we couldn't make noise, but we were all laughing so hard when the vocals were being recorded. It was really fun.
What are some of the things you're jumping in there with Greg, because Dominic's sort of taking you through the band, right, and introducing everybody, and then Greg, you're like,
because I got to be there for some support and comedic relief, of both.
Yeah.
So
there was, because Dominic said, stay home and watch some Netflix at one point early. And so there's a leftover thing where Greg just says Hulu.
We just left it in there.
Yeah, it's just still in there, unexplained.
That's fantastic.
Well,
also we all just watched the video. I love the video. It strikes such a good tone it strikes a new tone between you know, like you get to some heavy subject matter with the beginning of that video, but then it like takes this turn, and it's like that moment when the camera pans and it's like Dominic talking to Greg and Greg's on his phone. It just makes me crack up because it just breaks the tension, you know. Where was the inspiration for the video? Like, how did you come up with that? Like the style, everything.
Well, we started by saying that we wanted to do like a game show idea,
Right.
and then it just kind of entered this realm of like, let's do something kind of kitschy.
Yeah, I like when we talked about the game show thing. I sat down and started thinking about it, and honestly, just like followed Dominic's lyrics. Like it started with, you know, the title card, circling out to like the Brady Bunch squares, and then coming down some stairs and everything, and just going through Dominic's sort of the story that Dominic's telling and picturing it in a specific place. Originally, I pictured it just like some place with stairs. Like there's this club, One Eye Jack's in New Orleans, but then we found out that Hey Cafe wasn't going to be around much longer. So it kind of also turned into being like an homage to Hey Cafe.
Yeah, that video is like technically the last element of any sort of musical performance happening at that space. Was us filming this video. I mean, we didn't play, but I mean, us filming the video it does document part of that space, which is all near and dear to all of our hearts.
Yeah,
that's amazing. So that's like the last musical venture of Hey Cafe.
Yeah, and then there it is on YouTube forever.
We just memorialized it forever because, you know, YouTube is going to be there forever.
Right.
So is the internet.
Yeah, everything kind of fell together.
Nice. It kind of fell together. Kind of. Well, I don't know. I feel like we just got a couple new viewers. I feel like maybe we should watch it one more time.
Y'all, somebody want comment in the chat if they want to watch it again.
Hey, in the chat. I know we're on a little bit of a delay.
3 emojis in the chat that y'all want to watch the video again. We'll watch it again.
Yeah,
somebody
if you
got 3 emojis or like maybe an exclamation point.
3 emojis. We want to hear from you. If you want to see the video again, let's hear from you.
Nobody wants to see the video.
I mean, there's a lot of
Here we go. Now they're starting. One more time. One more time.
I want you to explain.
All right. Well, before we watch the video again, why don't you explain Bagel Brooks? That's the most asked question. What does Bagel Brooks mean?
It is obvious that Bagel Brooks it's a mystery to everyone. I mean, it's not. I mean,
it's really what's in your own heart.
Yeah, I mean,
Bagel Brooks is a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah. Yeah, just go look it up on. There's a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
Long,
okay.
Yeah,
is this just a ploy to get people to Google Bagel Brooks so they watch the video again?
Like smear politics. You know? Smear politics.
Got it. Okay. Smear politics. I get it.
It's also
I think there's an overwhelming reaction in the chat to watch the video again. So
let's watch it again.
I think we should roll the video again. Let's do it. Let's roll the video again, and then
we're giving away some merch later, so that's a thing.
Yep. Stick around. Okay. We're gonna watch the video again, but stick around because we're gonna give away some merch. We're gonna give away a test pressing. We're gonna have you call in. It's gonna be amazing. Let's roll Kinda Together again. And then we'll be back talking more with Bad Operation, and we'll get you on the phones winning a test press. Let's roll it, DC.
Listen here, I'm totally together.
Yes, come one, come all, just as you are. For the Bad Operation. New Orleans Ska, Louisiana. 2020 coming to downfall. Corrupt capitalism. Of transphobia and racism. Pick it up. Take your nine acid. You can stay your ass home. Come on. So get your bag and don't feel bad.
Mr. Billy Spunk with the Blue Meanies. It's Tuesday early morning, 4 in the morning, and we are in New Orleans, Mardi Gras!
All right. Twice as nice.
Rock hands.
Kind of together, tiny rock hands.
Let's see them.
We're doing it.
Everybody at home, make the tiniest rock hands.
Make the tiny rock hands at home.
The
Tiny.
How small can you go?
The tiny.
So fucking tiny.
Powerful the
So
rock.
fucking tiny.
So fucking tiny.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
This is it. Not
Bad-
this. I mean, bring it in, Mike. Gotta bring it in, bro.
Oh,
There it is.
tiny. All right, y'all got to explain the tiny rock hands. What's up with that?
Rock, the smaller the hands, the harder you rock. Look at that. I'm rocking so hard right now, you can't even see it.
Oh, I get it. I feel it.
It hurts.
I mean, it developed at our before quarantine when we could have band practices. We'd finish a song and it was just you couldn't help it. Your rock hands would get so tiny.
So
Yeah.
small.
Our hands
They
started
start
cramping
up here, and they work
Oh,
down.
Yeah, I mean, we're just the tiny rock hands. You got to show the love and support for the music.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up.
So another question in the chat: where did the clip at the end come from?
That is from the beginning of Acceleration 5000 off of the Mail Order is Fun comp that I think came out maybe like 99, yeah, something like that. So if you can find it on YouTube if you want, but
Billy Spunk at Mardi Gras.
yeah, Billy Spunk
Blue Meanies.
lived in New Orleans for a period of time. Don't know the guy, but I do know that he lived here and supposedly he did a lot of acid and I don't know. I mean, it's all hearsay because, like I said, but yeah,
That's
experimental drugs, Mardi Gras, Blue Meanies. That was the thing.
I was a huge Blue Meanies fan back in the day, and I had no idea. I mean, I knew they were from Chicago, and I knew they did the song "Devil Went Down the Ninth Ward." So I was like, "What's the New Orleans connection?" So Billy Spunk lived in New Orleans for a while. Okay,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, I think most of Full Throttle, if I'm not mistaken, was written or he wrote most of his parts while he was in New Orleans. But that also could be false. That's just what I was told.
hey,
Would
you
love
know.
to believe it.
Would love to
We'll
believe it.
believe it.
Well, if Billy Spunk is in the chat, let us know where you wrote Full Throttle. We'd love to find out. All right, I'm going through it. So I've got another question here. This is a pretty good question. It's a pretty serious question from Chris Orbutt. Question for Bad Op. Based on your Brooklyn Vegan article, you were all about the social justice. Yeah, which we all should be. How has it been pushing for these things, and what is stereotypically a conservative state?
It's tough, man, because New Orleans is like this little blue island in a big red conservative state.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of us, we live in this vacuum where we think that a lot of people think like us or carry the same ideals, but it's not true. For example, Louisiana just made decriminalized abortion as a part of their constitution. So I mean, it's tough, and there's like a lot of work to be done all the time, constantly. So it's not easy, but we live in a good place surrounded by good people who will not stop working.
And I think another element of it is sometimes it permeates into family, and I'm sure it permeates into a lot of family circles, but we see it in the corners with our cousins or even parents or grandparents or whatever, where trying to fight a tide that sometimes feels bigger than us, but just doing whatever we can to work towards whatever even incremental amounts of progress we can, and that brings us hope and joy. And of course we'll never be perfect at that, but it's a lifelong journey and struggle.
Absolutely, and working through the band and through music to do that work is critical. And New Orleans is a very special place. I mean, I've told you guys this many times. Every time I've been through there, it's usually been on a tour. or something. So it's usually been for a night, usually one crazy night. But it's a place that I always think about. It's just so unique. There's really nowhere else like it in the country or in the world. And we got a good question from our good friend Jeremy from Ska2 Network. And I think this is a bit of a leading question because Jer knows their ska history. Is there any other ska in New Orleans? That's Jer's question. And they also say, I know Community Records obviously had the whole thing, but was ska present before that ever? It's a good question.
I mean, our biggest, before, the predecessor to Fatter Than Albert was the Superflies. And I mean, they were on that same Mail Order is Fun comp that we just mentioned that the Blue Meanies were on. And the Superflies are also from the suburbs. They're from the West Bank, which is where some of the members of Fatter Than Albert came from. And I mean, they're a huge inspiration to us. I mean, for me, I mean, I'm just speaking from my perspective, like, I just wanted to be them, and be able to tour. And like, they had grit and fire. And like, one of the things that makes New Orleans, I mean, and just unique and wonderful is like, the bands are dirty. Like you go to a show in New Orleans and like, it's not clean cut. Like, I don't know, there's just grit. And the Superflies had grit, and they were a dangerous band. And yeah.
And you got to hold your own in New Orleans too. I mean, like, there's
a lot of good music.
Yep. Like,
and I'm sure the rest of the band has something to say on that too. I just, I jumped in there. So
yeah, no, I mean, you got it. Yeah, you got it, man.
Who are some other bands that y'all either went to see when you were younger coming up in New Orleans, or bands that you played with in Fatter Than Albert? What was the New Orleans scene like? Just talk a little bit about it. I know you could talk probably for a long time about it, but
yeah, I mean,
well, there was I'm jumping in again. I'm so sorry, but it fucking died. Like, it straight up like there was a thing. And then by the time we were teenagers, D-Ray and I were like getting these albums from these bands that we didn't really get to even see. Like, there was, the late 90s, this thing happened. I didn't really start going to shows until 2002, 2003. And by the time that had happened, there weren't a whole lot of ska bands. And like FTA and Samurai Deli and Angry Banana, like the Citizen Dread, who Brian played it, like, and that whole ska scene that came up, like, that came up while we were teenagers. And so there was stuff before the era that was the beginning of Community Records.
But we kind of came on the tail end of it. And man, that period in my life, or our lives in New Orleans history, like, that ska scene was so vibrant and crazy. Like, those shows were huge. It was like, you could go and hang out with everyone you knew who was going to be at the show. Everybody that you knew was going to be at the shows.
Big community.
And yeah, it's crazy to look back on because it was such an endearing part.
And a lot of it had to do with Katrina too. I mean, like, the ska scene was the uniting factor from our corners of, I don't know. I'm talking too much, I'm sure, but
no.
I was a fan of Fatter Than Albert when I was a kid, and I was a fan of Community Records when I was a kid. They gave us free music before it was cool, and so I mean, I think that was like a good way for kids to have something to do. They would throw these all ages shows, and they were formative experiences for me. They influenced my music today. Those experiences going to community record shows.
Dominic, is that how you met up with these guys? Just from going to Comrex shows or ska shows?
Yeah, I lived down the street from Hay Cafe, so I would sneak out at night and go to Greg's shows.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was skateboarding at a library once in 2004, and then Greg just ran me down. I thought he was gonna like beat me up or something. and he gave me
did like pull over my car, and I was like, "Hey,
kid!" Greg is so threatening.
He was a senior in high school when I was a freshman, and he like told me to come to a show, and then I went to the show, and then we've just been friends ever since that moment in 2004. So
Hell yeah.
and I wanted to be in a band so that I could play shows with Greg's band. You know, and
So
it was a very like tight knit community, and I honestly think, you know, like the ska scene in New Orleans is what kept a lot of young talent alive in terms of just like musically and just personally. You know, it was the only place you could go to really like come together and to really hang out.
yeah.
I think some of that ethos still continues now, as we're all older, but it's just kind of different, obviously, as we grow up. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
and Brian not being here, you know, I mean, he was playing in bands before the Lollies, and then the Lollies becoming Pairs. Like, had played a lot of shows with Joystick. Like, always a peripheral or direct part of the ska scene here.
Yeah. I remember I've told you guys this, but one of Kill Lincoln's first shows in New Orleans was with Pairs at Circle Bar. I think it was Circle Bar. And I guess it was one of their earlier shows, and it was just so cool that they wanted to play with us. I mean, they ripped so hard, and they wanted to play with ska bands, which just says a lot about the New Orleans ska scene, you know, about the respect that musicians had for the genre and for the bands. So that meant a lot to us early on. Awesome. Well, we got some other good questions here in the chat. Let me bring them up. Could we expect a Bad Operation live stream? I'm assuming they're not talking about this kind of live stream. They're talking about a set.
You're at it, man.
This is
gonna try to put something together at some point.
We've talked about it, but I think we've come to the consensus, and that might change, you know, tomorrow or next week. But we don't want our first live experience to be a live internet show. Like, we don't want it. It'll feel so watered down to have to be so excited about this and then either play to people in lawn chairs 6 feet apart or play to a computer screen. Like, we want to do it, but like, it'll feel much better if that first time we do that, we can enjoy it together and dance together. And
I mean, ska shows, as everyone who's watching this knows, like, has that energy that's just undeniable. And like, honestly, we started this band to play a show. We didn't start this band to release the record. We started this band to play a show. And so, like,
I remember seeing that show advertised.
I
remember seeing it advertised, and it just I guess it was right on the cusp of all this, right? It just didn't.
Yeah. If nobody knows, like, we started the band to play a show March 12th, and then Brian was going to go on tour with Pairs, and then we were going to pick it up when he pick it up. Got back from tour, and March 13th was like lockdown, so we canceled the show March 12th, and then Brian's tour got canceled. We pivoted to recording, and here we are.
So really, I mean, the reason we have a Bad Operation record this year is sort of because things got locked down and because Brian wasn't on tour with Pairs. Is that a fair statement?
I mean, we would have still released a record because we had eight songs recorded before the show. 8 of the songs that are on the LP, but I absolutely am totally sure that the end result is of a higher quality because we were able to meditate on it and Brian was home.
Yeah.
Brian played such a huge part in the recording.
Yeah, Brian recorded everything.
It was in Brian's practice space, right? Like he did.
Yeah. It was in like 3 practice spaces.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
We did drums, guitar, and bass at my practice space, and then we moved to Brian. Yeah, we did some vocals too, huh?
Jeez.
And then we moved to Brian later. And then Brian's second spot.
Yeah, Brian was at one practice space and then moved to another practice space, and we finished it there.
Yeah, the next LP will have it a little more streamlined.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, the LP, the way it was put together. Yeah. I mean, it sounds great the way it is. So the way you did it, I would go back to those exact 3 practice spaces and do it that way again, because not everyone's heard the record yet. I'm one of the lucky people who has, and I fucking love it. We've heard 3 singles from the record so far. We've had Perilous, Bagel Rooks, which you've already explained, and Kinda Together tonight. What can people, this is a very like, here's my journalism degree. What can people expect from the rest of the record? What are your favorite tracks that have yet to be released? Like, what are you guys still excited for people to hear, either on release day or coming up?
Well, I asked Greg what he wanted people to get out of this record, and I think this is beautiful. He simply wanted people to dance. So that's the least you can expect from it. But
they're gonna dance for sure.
They're definitely gonna dance, you know. And there's one song I think that sticks out from a lot of us is "Baby in Arms." That's a good one because it wasn't supposed to happen. There are a lot of mistakes on the record, and we kept it all. And I think it comes through so beautifully. Just got a vibe. And,
yeah.
We have the self-titled track too.
That was great too.
Yeah, the title track is definitely like a pretty epic tune, and it was pretty difficult to decide which songs to do as singles because we
really
of course we love all of them, but it was a strange experience to be like, wow, we could make any of these songs singles and they would all work. And
it's a sign of a good record.
It's a really good feeling. Like, we're just so excited about the record and really pumped that everybody has responded so well to it, and like can't thank everybody enough for who's been ordering, and like to get to work with you, Mike. It's
I was gonna say, can we take a moment and gush on Mike?
No.
Without you and without that time, if it, like, you put in so much great work with this, and like it means.
Yeah, this record wouldn't be happening the way that it's happening, or have half as much success if it wasn't for Bad Time Records and the whole family of bands around Bad Time Records.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I saw a question in the chat that said, can other bands be New Tone? And abso-fucking-lutely, other bands can be New Tone. Any ska band that wants to denounce any form of oppression, sign the fuck up. New Tone.
Yeah, we need as many people. We need as many people on the New Tone team as possible.
And you guys said it so beautifully in that recent Brooklyn Vegan interview about New Tone, and it's not just about the sound. It's not about how the band sounds. It's about the message. It's about standing up to oppression. It's about standing against inequalities. It's about being outspoken. Setting, I think, D-Ray, you said, setting a new tone for how we operate in this genre. It's I love it. I think it really resonates with people. We've had this debate about the fourth wave, and and it's kind of fallen flat because people just want to argue about it, and people want to, I don't know, people love to argue on the internet. But something about New Tone is really resonating with people. And it's a big idea, and we're just kind of cracking it at the very beginning.
Everybody have fun with it. That's what go for it.
We don't claim to have any answers, but we're definitely here trying to do some work and
trying something.
Trying something, because if not now, when? Like, and what is the good time? Like, when is the
I know. And I want to shout out you guys real quick, just to go back to two steps, like two steps. Okay. Thank you for what you said about Bad Time, but also there wouldn't be a Bad Time Records without Community Records. Community Records has been doing this for a long time and was supporting ska when nobody else was, like absolutely nobody, and put out some of the most incredible progressive ska punk, ska core records of the late 2000s and early 2010s. It was a huge influence to me personally, not just the bands, but the sound and the DIY ethic. It was one of the labels I really looked to coming up. And I know a lot of people out there, a lot of people in the chat love Community Records. Were influenced by those bands. So thank you to you guys for doing it for so long. And as an ambassador for ska,
rock hands.
We're happy to have you back in the back working for the cause, because we need people like you. We need bands like you. We need labels like you.
We're here for it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. It's funny that seems to be the narrative of everyone fighting for ska music all the time. Is that they're fighting when nobody was listening, and hopefully, somebody starts listening.
Yep, that's been the struggle for all of us, all the bands of our generation, and we're just trying trying to do something good. Just trying to put some good out in the world. All right. I think maybe we should do something fun. Do you think we're there yet? Do you think we should?
Woo! Something phone or something
No,
fun?
maybe. DC, I don't know. I kind of hear the phone starting to ring. Do you hear something? Are people calling in already? I think we should give away that test pressing. What do you people in the chat think? Should we do the test pressing giveaway?
All right. It's time to call in.
All right. So when you see the number on the screen, you can call in. You're going to talk to Bad Operation. And I don't know are you going to pick the first caller, fifth caller? What are you going to do? 69th caller?
Five?
Fifth?
Five?
I think fifth. If we get 5 callers.
Fifth caller.
If we only get 1 call, then it's the first caller.
You got to call 5 times, though.
If you don't get through the first time, call again. This is like old school radio. All right, DC, let's put up the number and. Are we back, DC?
Hello, who are we speaking to?
Hi, how's it going? My name is
Hi, Javi.
Javi.
I'm sorry, but thankful to say that you are caller number 1.
Ah!
So we're going to caller number 2. Thank you for calling in. We love you. We love you so much.
Call back.
Call back. Call back. Call back. Call back.
That's it. Keep calling.
Keep calling.
Keep calling.
Hello?
Here's the number.
Who am I to?
I'll just hold this up, DC. You can stay on.
What was that?
Oh, geez, your phone is blowing up, Greg.
Oh, I'm trying to get you on speakerphone, but the phone is blowing up. I'm sorry. You are caller number 2. We're thankful for you calling in. We're gonna go on to caller number 3. Call back.
Here we go. Keep going. You still have a chance.
Hello, who am I speaking to? Hey, Alex. I am so thankful for you. It's going great. Thank you for calling in. I am sorry you were caller number 3, and we have to move on to caller number 4. But call back. There's still a chance.
Keep trying. Keep trying.
Love
Pick
you.
it up. Pick it up, Greg. Pick it up.
Pick up the phone.
Pick it up.
All right.
And put it on speakerphone.
All right.
We can't. There's
Hello.
too many calls.
Who am I speaking to? Hey, Elliot. This is Greg, and thank you for calling in. Thank you for watching. You are caller number 4.
Next call gets it.
Next call gets it. So you gotta be quick.
Next call.
Maybe you can.
Next call. Who is it? All right, here we go. Who's it gonna be, Greg?
Who's it gonna be?
Oh my God, it's Neil.
No. Yes.
Answer. Oh, it's Neil.
It's Neil.
Oh my God.
Yeah!
Oh my God.
Neil!
Yeah!
Wow. Holy shit, Neil. Well, I couldn't.
Neil
I'm
Berthier.
so Neil Berthier.
Neil Berthier.
Okay. What? Yeah, I don't believe
Yeah.
it either, dude. I don't believe it either. I'm in disbelief. Yeah, what's up? All right, dude, we're gonna send you that test pressing. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah. All right, you gotta do me a favor, Neil. Name your top 3 ska bands.
Top 3 ska bands. Here we go.
I know we've talked about this. I
You
already
gotta
know
tell
you're
the
gonna say
internet.
it. You gotta tell the internet.
Okay, I will tell the internet. I'm gonna move my number 1 down a peg because I saw them last year at the Mighty Mighty Boston Christmas show in Boston.
All right.
Who's it? I missed it. Who did he say?
Are still on the list, but they're not number 1.
All
Suicide
right.
Machines.
We got-
So they're gonna be in there. I'm gonna go classic. I'm gonna put
Specials number 1. All right,
Specials.
specials number 1.
Solid.
All right.
Okay.
Suicide Machines number 2. Number 3, Bad Operation. We know we're your third favorite ska band. We love you, Neil. We'll talk to you later.
Wow, thank you, Neil.
Wow, that
You
was
heard it here first. Neil loves the band. Number
I
one.
love you.
that was super exciting. Wow, congrats,
All
Neil.
right, we gotta go. We gotta go. Love you too.
That was awesome.
Stop calling.
I'm gonna turn my phone off. I'm sorry.
Well-
we got a 5th caller.
Thank you for calling, though.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
y'all for
thanks
calling.
everyone for calling.
But okay. So check this out. This is a perfect time to announce. There's another chance. There is another chance.
Oh my goodness.
So we're doing this thing again. We appreciate everybody watching. So check this out. On the Ska Tune Network YouTube channel, we will be announcing, and you will be able to listen to the full album a day before it comes out. So December 17th, Thursday, mark your calendars. We're giving away another test pressing. We might give away 2 test pressings. Who knows?
Oh,
It's gonna be wild.
getting wild and crazy.
That's absolutely crazy. But yeah, we'll be posting about that later. But full album, December 17th, Ska Tune Network YouTube channel. How did Neil
Fantastic.
win
I don't
that?
know. I cannot
That's
believe
Is
absolutely
Neil who's
Yeah,
Neil?
God, you know what? All right, somebody's calling in now. You're gonna win a test pressing.
Oh.
Who do we have here?
It's Adam.
Oh,
Adam.
Adam from Omnicom.
Our friends are winning the test pressings.
What's up, Adam?
I mean, okay, all right. I mean, I want you to win though. I mean, you won. I said next person gets a test
Adam gets the
pressing.
test. Come on,
Get the
he's
test
got it.
pressing, Adam. Go listen to Omnigong. Ska
Good
now
album.
absolutely more than ever.
Now more than ever.
I'm gonna get in touch with you later and get your address, but you're gonna get a test pressing. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Adam. Wow. See that? See what persistence gets you? See
Wow.
what calling Greg's phone night and day will get you?
That was that I was
Really
like, oh, let's
funny.
give away another one. That way they hopefully the people calling in know that we weren't trying to rig this. But the friends are calling. Thank y'all for-
Oh, Bagel Rooks.
Bagel Rooks is
It's
a crazy
Bagel
thing.
Rooks.
Nobody really understands the cosmological power of Bagel Rooks.
Wow. I'm starting to get it. Well, that was
That was intense.
that was
wow.
intense. And congrats to
Yeah.
Neil and Adam on winning the test
Still calling
pressings.
Greg right now.
Yeah, there's still numbers coming in, and we're really thankful for that.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. The phone banks are now closed officially, unless Greg. No third test pressing. No.
No, I mean, yeah, no, it can only. There's only so many of those things.
You got to tune in on December 17th. The record is out on December 18th. So the night before on the Ska Tune Network page, Jer very graciously is hosting us, or you guys, and you're going to listen through the whole Bad Op record. We'll talk, and yeah, it'll be great. It's going to be a good time. And then the next day, you get to hear the whole thing on your streaming device. Fantastic. It's going to be great. Well, I've had a lot of fun. I hope everybody's been having a lot of fun. We could talk a little bit more because the people in the chat are just going off. They're having a great time. I wanted to ask you guys just, this record, this year has been a crazy year, right? Like it's just been absolutely insane for so many reasons. And working with y'all on this record has been a bright spot for me, and getting to work with so many, prolific musicians this year has been. I feel so thankful to get to work with them and to work with you guys. What do you like? How does it feel to put out a record right now? Like, what are the thoughts that are going through your head? Like putting out new music, new art into the world. Like, how does it feel?
Weird.
Weird, yeah.
It does feel weird.
I mean, like,
But
What are
good.
your hopes for it?
it
was good for me because
yeah,
like this. I think for me this time, reminds me of what's important in life, you know. And so I think it's a really interesting thing happened when Bad Operation started. We all kind of wanted just to make music that was fun, you know, which when I picked up my guitar for the first time, that's all I was worried about, was having fun. So, you know, to be able to reconnect to this music, you know, the kind of music that I used to skate to when I was a kid, I used to feel stressed out, you know, is like really powerful. It's, you know, we talk about this as like, it's serious fun, you know. It brings us to like what we really got into this shit for.
Yeah.
I second that 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Serious
like,
fun, like
my like.
Yeah.
With everything that's been going on, my like mental health has been certainly helped with working on this band. And like Dominic said, like going back to what got you into this in the beginning, like having fun. You didn't have a care in the world when you were like, you know, fortunately we didn't have, you know, care in the world like when we were younger.
I mean, I literally started playing music to play ska.
Right.
And here we are. I'm 20 years into playing music, and I'm playing ska, and I'm really happy. I mean, my heart is full.
Yeah. So it feels good.
Yeah, it's just not a lot of space for bullshit, you know, with the pandemic going on. We have to be very intentional about where we go. You know, you can't just spend extra time out in public. So it's like a lot of the things we have to do is has to be intentional. And so I think, you know, Bad Operation is a reflection of that.
Absolutely. So on that note, like, where do you see things going? Where do you see things going for Bad Operation? You know, hopefully once things start to get better in the world, in this country, with the pandemic and everything else that's going on. Where do you see ska going? Like, where's it, its place and everything? Like, what are your hopes for next year? You know, what do you want to see? What do you want to do?
I think we can only I guess we can only talk about hopes because we really have no idea what our lives are going to look like whenever it's even possible to like play live shows. But I know that for Bad Operation, we're gonna keep doing what Bad Operation does best, which is have fun and be true to each other. And, you know, the amount of respect that we have for each other to allow ourselves to like work within this band is kind of like, you know, it's really freeing.
Yeah, it's liberating. Like, yeah.
And so that's been working great so far. So we're just gonna keep trying to do that, and hopefully one day we can play shows. And like that would be the icing on the cake, you know, at this point. But at this point, we're not waiting for, you know, we're just continuing to do what feels good. We're writing new music, like trying to spread joy and use our platform to, you know, spread some social change while we're doing it. Yeah,
and we're really just, I mean, I've said it once already in this chat, but just really, really, really thankful to everybody who's been so supportive and not just ordering records, but listening and sharing. And like, it's just brought us so much happiness, and thank y'all. And it's incredible.
Yeah, I echo that completely. It's in such a difficult year to have so much support for new music, for this type of music, for something that we're so passionate about. It's really incredible. It lets us, gives us something to look forward to, and it gives us, you know, it helps keep us going. So it works both ways. So.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I can't wait to see where things go with Bad Operation, and I know there's going to be one hell of a belated album release party when
we're gonna team up and throw like the most bonkers,
you and a bunch of bands.
like party that's maybe ever happened in human history.
I think it's going to be pretty unbelievable. So that's the thought that keeps me going day to day.
Oh yeah. Us too.
That
I mean, we know how to throw a block party. We've hosted 25 bands in a day. We know what that looks like. We've done it before. We'll do it again.
Greg, I check my mailbox every day for that invite. I'm waiting for it. Next block party, I want to be there.
Right.
Hell yeah. Well, I think I think we're coming to the close here. Is there anything else you guys want to say just to end it off with? Or?
Fuck, I'm not gonna lie. Great opportunity to plug some merch.
Yeah, that's right.
Seriously, those sweaters. We're showing off these sweaters. We haven't announced them yet, but we're announcing them tomorrow.
It's so fresh.
So yeah, we got.
Yeah, these look so good.
New
so we got Bad Op merch.
New Tone, New Orleans. The link is up. We got some hoodies and crew necks.
Zips and crew necks.
You can go check it out on the internet. The link is on our website, and we're going to announce it tomorrow. And then even beyond that, just because we're excited about it, all the people who order a sweater, it comes with an early copy of it on CD. We got the CDs in, and then, yeah, vinyl jackets are in.
Yeah,
on the records to be pressed, but vinyl jackets are in. Comes with these sweet lyric sheets.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Those photos are so good. Dorado Brooks.
Yeah, Dorado did a phenomenal job.
Yep.
Go look up Dorado's photos on Instagram, on the internet.
Well,
probably gonna hopefully take some more photos with him at some time, because that was a lot of fun and he did such a good job. So.
And we got to shout out Mitch for the video too.
Yeah.
Mitch and Zach did such a good job.
Yes, Mitch and Zach. Yep.
Yeah. So Zach.
Take your back. Don't feel bad. Yeah.
Zach and Mitch worked really hard on the video, and we got another video coming out. There's a fourth video for Brain, which is the fourth single. That's going to come out the week of like December 4th, and then the full record's out December 18th.
Yep. Another single, another video for Brain. I love Brain too. That's like a Circle Pit song. That's oof. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
Well, well, Bad Op, thank you so much for being here. I want to thank DC Canestra, Dan.
Thank you, DC.
From the band Braceface. Go check out Braceface if you're into that pop punk stuff. I think we should sign off by playing the video one more time. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Bad Operation. It's been a pleasure working on this record with you. So thank you for letting me be a part of it. And thank you to everybody who tuned in, everybody who's supporting Bad Operation and Community Records and Bad Time Records. We couldn't do it without y'all's support. So thank you so much. So enjoy Kinda Together one more time, and we will see you next time.
Listen here, I'm totally together.
Yes, come one, come all, just as you are. For the Bad Operation. New Orleans Ska, Louisiana. 2020 comes the downfall. Corrupt capitalism of transphobia and racism. Take your night dancing. You can stay your ass home. Come on. So get your bag and don't feel bad. Allies, play dumb. Stand up. Stand up, This is your new regularly scheduled program. One channel. Everybody's been watching. Come on. We going virus, baby. Everybody sit. Everybody sit. Everybody sit. Pick it up. Pick it up. Now please make the tiniest rock camps the baddest ska band in the land. So fucking tiny. Featuring
a.m.
Mike Park, this is Mr. Billy Spunk with the Blue Meanies. It's Tuesday early morning, 4 in the morning, and we are in New Orleans, Mardi Gras!